as usual, through my NES Topia with the standard NES controller plugged in via USB.
Emulated my ass off as well. Nestopia Core and RetroArch on my PC with the OG standard controller piped in via Tony adapter. Please rate and review the podcast if you like listening to us talk about G.I. Joe after this who knows how many hours of that or anything else video game related that we banter about on this fucker. Jay, you told me you're not jamming anything, but tell our listeners that you're not jamming anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, haven't been jamming on much lately. I mean, it's been, gearing back into work, starting a new job tomorrow. So I've been focused on that and getting the kids back to school. So I haven't really been doing a lot of jamming. A little NCAA football here and there. But that's honestly pretty much it, man.
Did I know you had a job? I don't think I knew.
Well, no, I'm still at Microsoft, just internal moves. Yeah. So it's just more, not worth talking about on the pod, but more of just, yeah.
Understood.
Yep.
Well, how do you like my bullet bandolier, Jay? You haven't mentioned it yet,
dude.
I don't have any bullets slotted in yet, but I am wearing it is General Hawk issued bandolier for the.
That's so funny. I was very curious. I'm like, you have a leather strap across your head. What is happening? Like, where are you going?
I was looking around here. I'm in an Airbnb, like I mentioned before we jumped on, and I'm looking around here. I'm like, do I have anything I can make a headband out of? No. Bullet bandolier, just as good.
Nice.
I am not jamming on a ton either. Fucking flying out to New Jersey and going to Buffalo for Bills games and blah, blah, blah. Not a ton of gaming time, but I have... First of all, it's humanity, not humans. I realized after we got off and I was editing last time, Jay. That's why you couldn't find it. You weren't searching the right fucking game title. The name of the Lemmings game is Humanity, not Humans.
Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Humanity VR will get you there much faster than humans, I think. So, apologies for misspeaking. But, yeah, I played a bunch more of this, dude. I mean, it's so good. It's so challenging. It's so bite-sized. It's the perfect VR experience. It's so fucking good. So, I have popped into that a handful of times when I've had the time. But that's it as far as gaming goes. I am still plowing through, or maybe plodding through at this point. Now, it's a better verb. My X-Men quest. Before bed, try to knock out an issue, sometimes two, sometimes fewer, because it's lame and I fall asleep instead. But yeah, I had to skip over like a half dozen or so issues in the late 20s, early 30s, dude. Like, it's bad, dude. These are bad. Dude. These are terrible comics. Like, yes. I am not reading about your Cobalt Man battles while I'm also being fed a 10-issue B story of Jean Grey and Scott Summers incessantly thinking to themselves how badly they want to bang, but not able to act on it, while Angel bangs his head against a wall, physically trying to do what Scott Summers doesn't have the balls for. Like, I can't, like, it's just so bad and telegraphed and oh God, it's so bad. When they, like, it'll bounce back to a Magneto thing, or it'll bounce back to, there's a lot of Juggernaut we're getting early on here. And those are interesting because they have obviously thematic they're thematically pertinent to modern storylines, and I get, I understand some of the backstories, and hearing kind of the formation of that, or reading the formation of that is interesting. But yeah, these battles against one-off meaningless fuckfaces like Cobalt Man and fucking, the last one I fell asleep reading again last night was like, it's just some rich guy's kid. That, like, the MoMA, it's like a MoMA type, like a museum magnate's fucking kid that's just, like, upset about something. And it's just awful. Awful. Some of them are so awful. Yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to get to Giant Size and have this behind me.
Dude, that's exactly why when you were telling me about it, and I was getting excited, and I went back, because I still have the link open, I still have the issues, all that. As a huge X-Men fan, and I started looking at the earlier stories again. I was like, no, I've done this. I've kind of started out. I'm going to catch up with you when you get a little later. I'll catch up with you, like, before Giant Size, but, like, maybe right leading up to, because it really was not good before then.
I mean, if these go through 120-something and that goes past Giant Size, I mean, yeah, I'm praying, like, between 50 and 70 that something happens, man. Something's got to happen.
Well, there's a reason they were rebooted, man, and it got popular after that. That's what I'm telling you, man. I started, I actually read a couple, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. Let me just wait to hear what Josh has to say. But I just couldn't do it. So I'm not surprised to hear you say that.
Terrible. But
gotta wait till you get to the 70s.
Yeah, dutifully, it's just something, it's the kind of thing. I mean, you just know my personality. I can't stop. Once I like decide that I'm doing this, like, no, it's going to fucking happen come hell or high water. And this is not any different. So I'll get through it. But yeah, man, I will just lay in bed looking at it, just like hate reading every line. This fucking sucks. And then I'll like skip to the next box. Like, fuck that. I don't need to know that. Skip to the next box. I'm like, nothing's happening here either. Next box. Like, it's just, oh God, it's terrible.